Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But here's the truth most people ignore. Your mind is a battlefield. Every morning you wake up, you're either building yourself or breaking yourself. And what's even worse, most people don't even realize they're losing the battle before the day begins. If you've ever looked in a mirror and felt disappointed with what you see, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, then this message is for you. Because in just 1 month, you can become unrecognizable. But only if you do this. Before we begin, if you're on a journey of growth, discipline, and Stoic transformation, make sure to like this video and subscribe. It helps this community grow, and it keeps these timeless Stoic lessons alive. Now let's begin. Number 1. Master the mornings when the first battle. The first battle of every day happens the moment your alarm rings. You either rise like a warrior or roll over like a victim. The Stoics believe that how you begin your day determines how you live your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive." Yet, most of us treat mornings like a burden instead of a gift. If you want to be unrecognizable in 1 month, your mornings must stop being chaotic and start being sacred. Don't reach for your phone. Don't check messages. Just sit in silence, breathe, stretch, and give your mind space before the world enters it. That single act alone can reshape how you think and feel for the entire day. Wake up with purpose. Write down what matters most for the day. Even if it's one line, "I will control my reactions today." That's how transformation begins. Not with massive changes, but with small, consistent decisions that protect your mind from noise. And if you think you're not a morning person, remember, neither were the emperors who ruled empires. They just had a stronger why. Find your why, and you'll find your mornings transforming from miserable to meaningful. Number 2, discipline the body, free the mind. Stoics saw the body as a servant to the mind, not its master. Yet today, many people treat their body like a spoiled child, feeding it junk, neglecting movement, and wondering why they feel heavy, lazy, and foggy. You can't think like a philosopher when your body feels like a refrigerator. Start with simple movements. Walk daily. Do push-ups. Take cold showers. You don't need to become an athlete. You just need to stop being fragile. Every drop of sweat is a reminder that you are in control. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom doesn't come from comfort. It comes from control. When you push through discomfort, your mind grows stronger than your excuses. You begin to see pain not as an enemy, but as a teacher. And soon, you'll start laughing at things that once overwhelmed you. Because physical discipline is mental armor. It trains you to endure. Oh, and if you think doing 10 push-ups won't change your life, try doing them every day for 30 days. You won't just look different, you'll feel like a different person entirely. Number 3, guard your mind like a fortress. Your mind is your kingdom, and not everyone deserves a key. Yet most people hand theirs out freely to social media, gossip, negativity, and endless distractions. Then they wonder why they feel anxious, jealous, or lost. If you want to be unrecognizable in a month, start by cleaning your mental diet. Unfollow the noise. Block what drains you. Spend more time reading than scrolling. The Stoics didn't have TikTok, but if they did, Marcus Aurelius would have probably smashed his phone halfway through the comment section. Feed your mind with wisdom. Read a page of meditations or Seneca's letters before bed. Listen to something that challenges your thoughts, not your attention span. The more silence and reflection you bring into your life, the sharper your perception becomes. Because when you master your mind, the world loses its power over you. You stop reacting to everything and start responding like someone who truly knows who they are. Number 4, embrace solitude. Don't run from it. Most people can't sit alone for 5 minutes without reaching for a distraction. But solitude isn't loneliness, it's clarity. Seneca once said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." And sometimes that person is you. When you sit in silence, you meet your real self, not the version that performs for others. You'll realize how many of your goals aren't actually yours. They're just reflections of what society told you to chase. Solitude helps you strip away the unnecessary and reconnect with what truly matters. Spend at least 20 minutes each day in silence. No phone, no music, no noise. Just breathe and think. It'll feel uncomfortable at first, like meeting a stranger, but that stranger is you. And with time, you'll find peace in your own company. Funny enough, once you learn to be alone, people will want to be around you more. Because there's something magnetic about someone who doesn't need anyone. Number 5, lead by principles, not feelings. Feelings are like weather. They change without warning. Principles are like mountains. They stand firm through every storm. Stoicism teaches us to act according to reason, not emotion. Yet most people today live like emotional pendulums, swinging between motivation and misery. Decide who you want to be, and then act like it, even when you don't feel like it. If you say you're disciplined, prove it when you're tired. If you say you're patient, prove it when someone annoys you. That's how character is built. Not when it's easy, but when it's hardest. Write down 3 principles you'll live by for the next month. For example, I will not complain. I will control my reactions. I will finish what I start. Keep them where you can see them daily. They'll remind you who you are when emotions try to make you forget. And after 30 days of living by your principles, you'll look back and realize you're not just unrecognizable to others, you're unrecognizable to your old self. Number 6, stop explaining yourself. Let results speak. One of the most draining habits we have is constantly explaining ourselves to people who will never understand us. You don't owe anyone a PowerPoint presentation of your life. The Stoics didn't justify their values, they lived them. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That single line can change how you approach everything. When you spend your time defending your dreams, you lose the energy to chase them. Stop seeking validation from those who aren't even living by their own standards. If you want to be unrecognizable in a month, start conserving your energy for action, not explanation. People will doubt you, mock you, and question you, and that's fine. Let them. Silence is louder than arguments. The moment you stop explaining, you'll start producing. And when results appear, the same people who doubted you will suddenly always believe in you. That's how life works. People respect consistency, not chatter. So next time someone says, "Why are you doing that?" just smile and say, "You'll see in a month," and mean it. Number 7, cut out comfort, seek challenge daily. The modern world has made comfort the new religion. Everything is designed to make life easier. And yet, we're more anxious, weaker, and more distracted than ever. The Stoics believe that comfort breeds weakness. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." If you want to be unrecognizable in a month, make discomfort your daily ritual. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Speak up when your voice shakes. Try something new that scares you a little. These small acts of courage rewire your mind to stop fearing challenge and start craving it. Comfort tells you to rest when you should rise. Challenge whispers, "There's more in you." And here's the truth. Every time you choose challenge over ease, you evolve. You grow stronger, calmer, more grounded. And yes, you might fail. You might look stupid. You might even trip at the gym. We've all been there. But every moment of discomfort becomes a brick in the unshakable version of you that's waiting just 30 days away. Number 8, speak less, observe more. Most people talk too much and listen too little. They rush to speak, defend, argue, and prove, while the wise simply observe. Stoicism teaches that silence isn't weakness, it's power. When you stop reacting to everything, you start understanding why things happen. For the next month, make silence your superpower. When others argue, stay calm. When people gossip, listen, but don't join. When life gets chaotic, breathe before responding. The more you control your tongue, the more you control your destiny. Observation reveals truth. You'll start noticing patterns. Who drains you? What triggers you? What habits destroy your peace? And once you see clearly, you can change deliberately. Besides, let's be honest, most arguments on the internet aren't worth your enlightenment. You don't need to win debates. You need to win peace of mind. Number 9, detach from outcomes. Focus on the process. One of the greatest causes of suffering is obsession with results. We want everything now: success, love, validation, growth. But the Stoics remind us, you control effort, not outcome. The moment you detach from results and focus on doing your best, you become unstoppable. If you train every day, but keep checking the mirror for progress, you'll quit before results show. If you're building something meaningful, but constantly compare it to others, you'll burn out before your potential blooms. True peace comes when you trust the process, when you plant the seed and let time do its work. Every master you admire today once looked like a beginner. They didn't force growth, they showed up day after day, even when no one noticed. And that's your task for the next month. Show up without needing applause. Because ironically, when you stop chasing outcomes, they start chasing you. Success isn't something you catch, it's something you become. Number 10, forgive yourself and begin again. Most people can't transform because they're too busy punishing themselves for their past. But Stoicism teaches forgiveness, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you have done wrong, be satisfied to mend the matter by doing right." In other words, stop replaying mistakes, start replacing them. You can't be unrecognizable if you keep identifying with your old self. Maybe you failed, quit, or wasted time. So what? Every moment you're alive is another chance to start again, stronger and wiser. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Forgive yourself for yesterday. It's gone. Use that same energy to build today. Because once you stop hating who you were, you'll have room to love who you're becoming. And that love will drive you further than guilt ever could. And here's a funny truth. When you finally forgive yourself, life becomes lighter. You'll laugh more. You'll stress less. You'll stop chasing perfection and start pursuing progress. That's how real transformation happens. Not in punishment, but in peace. The Stoics didn't chase quick fixes. They built themselves brick by brick, through awareness, discipline, and calm strength. In 30 days, you can do the same. You don't need to change your entire life, just one habit, one decision, one principle at a time. Remember, you'll be unrecognizable not because you became someone else, but because you finally became yourself.